Hello, I am Davy. I am awesome. Welcome to Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I review wrestling related things, all from the perspective of a fan, nothing inside there. I'm not going to do that accent through the whole thing. So this week was WWE Clash in Paris. For the first time ever, a PLE held in Paris, France. I kept saying that and I had to look it up, and I had forgot the last one, Backlash France, was in Lyon. Either way, let's get into it. The opening match, the Tribal Thief versus the Tribal Chief. Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. It was good. The match itself was just pretty standard. It was after the match that it really got good. Throughout the match, Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, they had back and forth until Roman Reigns got the spear, the pin, and the win over Bronson Reed, like we predicted. But then after the match, Bronson Reed is down. Paul Heyman's alone, begging Roman not to hurt him. But Roman choked him out with a guillotine. If Roman Reigns would have just choked him out and left, then that would have been the end of it. But no, instead he was celebrating, ended up getting speared through a table by Braun Breaker. From there, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed just beat the living crap out of Roman Reigns. Of course, Bronson Reed doing a bunch of tsunamis, even as Roman Reigns was strapped to a stretcher. Jey Uso came out to try to help, and he got beat up a little bit. So that helped boost it up, but I will say this, as far as their beating on Roman Reigns, that boosted it up, but then started to push it back down because it went on way too freaking long. It was like 10-20 minutes of them just beating him up. It was a little overkill. It was like, what, are you guys getting orders from the back? Oh, you need to fill more time? So, for that, I will say it was like, okay, good, okay. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then, for the WWE Tag Team Championships, the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six members, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis. It was a really good match. Not to mention throughout, I was spotting a little dissension between the Street Profits, which I've been hoping for. Not trying to be mean, but they've won tag team titles after tag team titles. It's gotten old, it's gotten stale. They need to kind of break up now and go on their own. And I've mentioned it many times. I really think Montez Ford could have a great singles career. It came down to Montez Ford was outside the ring getting back in, and Nikki Cross, under the ring, grabbed his foot, allowing Uncle Howdy to get the Sister Abigail on him so he can be thrown into the ring. And then Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis could get the move they're calling the Plague onto Montez Ford, get the pin, the win, and retain their tag team championships, which is what I was hoping for. I'm enjoying them as the tag team champions. Ultimately, I love the stories that are building with this tag team match. I'm waiting for some real tag team rivalries, but it's still, at least they're doing something with it. So, this one I would give a 4 out of 5. Yeah! Then for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Nikki Bella challenging Becky Lynch. It was okay. I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of them. There wasn't much drama in this match. Just kind of a standard match. Like, there was a little bit of drama when Nikki Bella did the Bella Buster onto Becky Lynch onto the steel steps. But that was about it. And then even the way it ended. Once again, Becky Lynch is down. Her opponent's got the upper hand, but then she gets a freak roll-up, pin, win, and she retains her Intercontinental Championship. They've been doing that a lot lately, and it's starting to make her look a little weak. Like she can't get the job done. She can only get lucky. That's not good. This is a woman that won the World Championship in the very first women's main event at WrestleMania, so I don't know. Either way, the match itself, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. I would say barely, I would give it a 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then, a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Rusev versus Sheamus. You know, this was a great freaking match. Honestly, this whole Sheamus-Rusev rivalry thing hasn't been catching my fancy, but this one was freaking awesome. Just interesting things happening, like Rusev putting Sheamus through a bar. Like one that serves drinks. Or Sheamus getting white noise onto a couple of tables off the top of whiskey barrels. And it went until Rusev used a shillelagh by putting it in Sheamus's mouth and getting him in the accolade until Sheamus just couldn't help it anymore. He had to tap. I can't help but deny that this was a freaking awesome match. A 5 out of 5. Yeah! Then, Logan Paul versus John Cena. John Cena only got a few months left. So we're going to waste that on Logan Paul. Sure. I mean, it was a good match. But like every Logan Paul match, it's freaking annoying listening to the commentators tell us how much we should be loving Logan Paul. They won't let up on it. They are desperately, desperately trying to convince us to like Logan Paul. And it is insanely ridiculous, the fact that they just won't let it go. Let it go. We don't like him. Stop telling us to. It makes me want to just mute these matches. Like, it comes down to this. We don't care how fancy he can be in the ring. It's one thing I keep saying. He's not as good as they're saying he is. He's okay. But it doesn't matter, even if he's the greatest one. We don't like him. Even had Wade Barrett telling us that whereas we may not like him, we need to start respecting him. No, Wade Barrett, I don't. But this match was kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing John Cena doing some of his friends' finishers like he did the End of Days and the Styles Clash. But one thing I didn't like about it was the constant kicking out of each other's finishers. I've been making it very clear I don't like that very much, especially when they overdo it. Because it wasn't until about, I'm guessing, the 50th attitude adjustment that Logan Paul finally stayed down as John Cena got the pin and the win. But, like I said, it was a good match, and it ended good because Logan Paul lost. But I still wouldn't give it more than a 3 out of 5. Yeah! Then for the World Heavyweight Championship, a Fatal 4-Way. Jey Uso versus L.A. Knight, versus CM Punk versus champion Seth Rollins. It was a great match. It was crazy and chaotic, but the good chaotic, the one you can follow, just don't want to look away. And it was also cool knowing that Seth Rollins had no backup, because Paul Heyman was in the hospital, and the other two, for the way they'd beaten on Roman Reigns earlier in the night, were told if they show up in the arena again, they're suspended indefinitely without pay. And it looked like CM Punk was about to get the win and get his title back, as he got a GTS onto Rollins, and for good measure was about to get a second one. But then somebody in a mask came in and gave CM Punk a low blow. That person in the mask turned out to be Seth Rollins' wife, Becky Lynch. From there, Seth Rollins was able to get a stomp onto Punk onto a chair, get the pin, the win, and retain his World Heavyweight Championship. Whereas I know most people would prefer Punk to win it, I kind of think there's more momentum to get out of this, not to mention the story that's being built up, which I will get to in a minute. But as far as this match, a 4 out of 5. Yeah! So WWE Clash in Paris was pretty good. Out of 6 matches, it had 3 3s, 2 4s, 1 5. And the 1-5 was kind of the blow-off match. The Bronson Reed-Roman Reigns match, whereas I think they had good build-up, and obviously the way it ended was them writing in how Roman Reigns is not going to be around for a while because he's a part-timer now. I like that what they're kind of building up here. Like, it's pretty obvious he's going to come back and probably have a match with Braun Breaker, beat him, and hopefully what this is building up to is him having a big match, maybe at WrestleMania, with Seth Rollins, where he finally beats Seth Rollins, because that's one thing he's never done. But we'll see. The tag title one, again, I'm just happy they're doing something with the tag titles. Not just going like, oh, let's just put them all in one big, huge TLC match. They actually just had a team versus a team. And I like that, again, they're showing a little dissension of the Street Profits. Because I really feel they've done everything they can do as a tag team, and it's just not interesting anymore. The Women's Intercontinental Championship match felt like they were just giving Becky Lynch something to do. And Nikki Bella, since she's here right now. And again, it's starting to make her look weak that she can't get a decisive win over somebody. The match of the night was the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, just because it was awesome. And it was a blow-off match. So from here, hopefully they'll just do something with Sheamus. Maybe get him to go back after the Intercontinental title, the one title that's eluded him. Rusev, who knows. The Logan Paul-John Cena match, yes, I'm very critical of Logan Paul. Because yes, I do not like Logan Paul. And I could let it go a little bit if the commentary team would shut the hell up and stop telling me to like Logan Paul. It's just really annoying how every match he has, we have to sit there and listen to them go on and on about how wonderful he is, how great he is, how much they wish they could quit him. I'm so sick and tired of listening to it. If you really have to work that hard at convincing people that they should like somebody, then you're wasting your time. Enough. But at least John Cena got a win. The world title match, a lot of people were disappointed they wanted Seth Rollins to lose it. I don't. Not yet. I think they can get a lot more out of this. They can push this to Royal Rumble, maybe even to WrestleMania. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, their rivalry has been very hot. The addition of the title made it even hotter. Now the fact that we have Becky Lynch in the mix, it's getting even hotter. This is starting to become scorching hot. Especially with the rumors of AJ Lee coming back to help out her husband, CM Punk. A lot of us are excited about that. A lot of us miss AJ Lee. We felt she had so much more to accomplish. So overall, I wouldn't say it was a stunningly entertaining event, but it does what I like out of events. It had the blow-off and had other things that are leaving you wondering what's going to happen next. This one, I will give them this. Usually when they do international PLEs, they feel like filler. This one didn't feel like filler. This one felt like a necessary event to build up these stories, and I'm happy about that. So whereas I would not give it a 5, because again, it wasn't a stellar, wonderful event, I don't feel like I could do justice giving it only a 3, so I'm going to have to give WWE Clash in Paris a overall 4 out of 5. Yeah! So there you have it. That is my wrestling review this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you'll get notifications for when I post new videos. And leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of WWE Clash in Paris. Tell me how much you could not endure my French accent anymore. Je vous aime.